Detoxification and products like CellCore are all the rage right now, but we need to have a more nuanced conversation about detoxification, what it means, what it doesn't mean, and what your body actually needs, and how to know what your body needs or is capable of at any given time in your health journey. I am Lila, founder and lead clinician at the Virtual Natural Healing Clinic. We are a virtual natural healing clinic, it's in the name, that helps people claim their birthright to health and happiness. We help offer what the modern medical model is missing and cut through the noise and chaos of the wellness world to help people like you get real results where they haven't been able to find them elsewhere. So today I'm going to talk about detoxification because it is a really hot and trendy topic. People come asking for things like the CellCore detox kit or how to go about detoxing because they just know and feel like they need to detox. What I want people to know is that detoxification is really important. And when we say detoxification, that really means supporting your body's detox pathways and making sure that they are fully functioning. So our body has multiple ways of detoxing. So that means taking things that our body doesn't want or need and getting rid of them. So you having a bowel movement is a form of detoxifying. You going to urinate is a form of detox, right? Our kidneys are filtering what we don't need out of our body and we are excreting it into the toilet, unless you're peeing outside and camping, and I'm jealous. And so our skin and our sweat, that's a detox organ. Our liver is another detox organ. So all of these things have to be fully open and functioning for our body to be fully operating. And the other side of that is our body's detox burden, so the amount of things it needs to get rid of, can't be higher than its capacity to get rid of things. That's really common. Sometimes we have too many negative inputs and our body cannot get out all of it in a timely fashion, and that leads to an imbalance, and that's when things start getting sluggish and slowed down and we have toxins in the body, and that's not a good picture to be in. So the other function of the body is to build. Our body needs to continually create and repair and replenish. So we have two core functions. We're building, we're repairing, we're replenishing, and we are removing the waste. And these things have to be happening kind of in a cohesive way to make sure all is running well and we are healthy and happy and energetic and operating as we want to. If either one of these processes gets disturbed, then that's when chronic symptoms and disease starts to crawl into our lives. Now, here's the paradox that most people run into. Most people I work with in practice have competing patterns. So we are depleted, meaning we don't have enough building material for our body to do its jobs in repairing and replenishing. And while most people, especially in America, have enough mass, they have enough macronutrients, they're getting enough calories, those calories don't have enough nutrients in them. So your body's actually missing just the pure building blocks it needs to operate. And then the other side of this is people's toxic burden is too high. So we are over-toxined, overburdened, and our body isn't able to keep up. Now, the paradox comes in with when we build people up, our body is not able to detox. When we detox, we are further depleting people. So we have these competing patterns that must be acknowledged and addressed and worked out per individual client. Some people might be at their toxic burden, but if they are too depleted, they are not physiologically strong enough to go through detoxification because that is a depleting process. And if they're already depleted, they're just going to feel miserable. They're going to feel weak and weary, and they're not going to have energy. And the goal is to get people feeling better. And the path to feeling better doesn't usually mean you have to feel worse first. And so then there's the other side of that where somebody's depleted and we want to build them up. But when we build them up, our body has more to process, and we're bringing heavy, groundy foods or herbs or supplements, and those thwart the body's ability to detoxify things, right? Because we're building, that means we're not getting rid of. And so then we have this opposite problem, and it is a real conundrum of the modern world. We're depleted, but we are toxic. It's a opposite pattern, and you kind of have to start at a different entry point for every person. The goal is to get people feeling better quickly. We want people to get on with their lives. We want people to have the energy that they need to get through their days. We need people to sleep well at night. We need people to feel joy and happiness and not have mental disturbances. We need people not to be living in chronic pain. And the paradoxical detox versus building thing is a real problem that must be acknowledged and dealt with before diving into any sort of detoxification adventure. So that is kind of the crux of the physiological conundrum that modern practitioners and modern patients and clients are dealing with. And then you have other avenues to the detox situation, like people going on juice cleanses when their blood sugar is grossly imbalanced, and that leading to further dysregulation and feeling bad. You don't have to usually feel worse to feel better, and you can work your way into a healing protocol and changes and shifts in your life that meet you where you are, meet your unique situation where it is, and help guide you to a sustainable future where you can feel good. And like I said, it doesn't mean you have to feel like crap to get there. There's so many different ways up the mountain, and most people aren't ready for a big extreme detox. They need a more gentle entry point. Other people's dealing with more serious things that have the fortitude or the strength might be ready to jump into a more intense detox. And that's why I tell everybody when they come to me with this question, how do I detox? Where should I detox? When should I detox? How much should I detox? Knowing I'm a sensitive person, I say work with a practitioner, work with somebody who can hold the whole picture, who can look at every piece of the puzzle and determine where to go with this conundrum and help you detox at the rate and in the way that is best for you, because we are all unique individuals. I promise at the end of the day, there's no easy answer here because everybody's an individual, so everybody's starting point is going to be a little bit different. That's all I have to say on detoxing, but if you have any specific questions, any products you want me to investigate, let me know, drop them below. I would be happy to answer questions. I also invite you to subscribe, and I have a little freebie for you below if you're interested. Check it out.